for Rafael Devers, who somehow the $300 million player who was asked to make his team better by actually doing less work and taking on a role that might benefit him individually and improve his statistics and standings in the world of baseball, somehow thinks he's above the DH position. He's better than David Ortiz somehow, that it's beneath him to be asked to put his glove away and just hit a baseball. Nick Fitzy-Stevens, I know you were on yesterday, hardest working man on this show. Ted and I were off. You were working your ass off. Dan Ball, also very hardworking, stepping into the seat in the microphone. Did this piss you off as much as it pissed me off? Because this, to me, is why people hate professional athletes, is why people get pissy about sports and all those things. This Devers situation, I was happy for 2 days. You asked me why I am the way I am, Nick. Last week, I was giddy about the Boston Red Sox. Giddy! Looking forward to baseball season. And then Devers has to sit down and talk about his role.
You know, actually, I'm going to go even further. Not only did it piss me off yesterday, it pisses me off even more today. Absolutely chaps my ass. Hair right across the red eye. And I'll tell you, I feel like he's ruined everything. Because a couple days ago, when Bregmania was running wild all through Boston, New England, and Red Sox Nation, the vibes were immaculate. Hashtag good vibes only throughout all of Boston sports fandom. USA has an incredible win Saturday night in the Four Nations tournament against Canada. All of a sudden, the national pride is swelling. Holy smokes, the Patriots are going back to the playoffs. The Red Sox might go to the World Series. The Celtics are going to hang banner 19. And then with one simple little word, no. Rafael Devers has taken a steaming deuce right on top of all of it. Now, Charlie McAvoy's injured. People are panicking about the rematch with Canada on Thursday. We have controversy settling in, a big fat storm cloud over beautiful Fort Myers. Damn it, he ruined everything. This is why we can't have nice things, Hart. This is why we can't have nice things. Selfish, individually minded people like Rafael Devers.
So I actually asked Dan Ball for this audio. We struggled to find it because you'd be surprised. There's a lot of Bill Belichick audio out there all over the internet. But I know specifically along the lines, Bill Belichick defined leadership as doing what's best for the team, even if it's not best for you as the individual. That was his definition of leadership within his world of football. And that could be a special team or a start, whatever. Rafael Devers is proving yet again he's not only not a leader, he's detrimental to the cause that is the 2025 Boston Red Sox. And who knows beyond where this rift goes, because clearly our guy, Alex Cora, who we'll talk to on Wednesdays throughout the season at Fenway Park, clearly our guy was annoyed yesterday, as he should be. There was an air of annoyance to him because, quite honestly, his job is to put the best baseball team on the field. And, you know, he so confidently said the end of last season, this is the last time we're going to struggle. And he goes out and he sees his team acquire an ace. And he sees his team acquire a leader and a defensive player and a right-handed bat that he's been lusting for that can help his team. And then his best returning player. Let me back up for a minute, because I'm not sure he is the best returning player.
Who really is the best player? I mean, you and I opined on many a Saturday for ages on the Fitzy and Hart show. Who's the leader in Boston sports, and whose jersey would you buy on the Patriots or Red Sox? Do you really want a Devers jersey now? I can guarantee you they'll be on the discount rack if he keeps this crap up.
And if you base it on last year, I think Jarren Duran is your best
every day and twice on Sunday. Right? That's who I'd go for.
And I know he
$1
had
million, right on, Dan.
You know, I should probably be careful how I describe it. An unfortunate verbal mishap that may have hindered him.
Very diplomatic. Nicely done.
I would say an impassioned retort.
Yeah, which, you know, 30 or 40 years ago from Barney, not Barney, what was the guy that did the show, All in the Family?
Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker would have been okay with it, but it's a different time.
You were thinking of Barney Gumble on The Simpsons.
Hey, however! Those guys both might have been okay with it. But, yeah, Jarren Duran was a top 10 MVP player last year. He took his game to the next level. He was a lightning rod for the offense. So I would argue he's probably your best returning player if you just base it on last year. But it's supposed to be Devers, because that's supposed to be what you'd expect from a $300 million contract for a team that couldn't sign Mookie Betts, couldn't keep Xander Bogaerts and all the various departures in recent years. They invested in Devers. He should be, he's the face, but he's not the spokesman, because he doesn't really like to be the spokesman, although he seems quite comfortable talking when it involves his job and his role and what he's going to do. The rest of the time, he just hides and lets other people talk, which could have been Bregman, but he's undercutting Bregman because don't you think Bregman on some level not only was brought in to be a fielder and a hitter and a baseball player, but also a leader and a guy that if this team is as good as we hope they are and starts to compete for division titles and playoff games, he can be the front man of that, the leader? Well, that's being undercut not only by Rafael Devers, but we're going to get to the audio. Now we have Tristan Casas chiming in.
Now this guy can get right on board the what is it you do around here rocket and get sent right into outer space. And I'll tell you, Andy, if you were to post a poll to the old Heart Foundation X platform, WEEI Afternoons, wherever, and the options were, why do you think Alex Bregman was brought here? If it was like his bat, his glove, his leadership, all of the above?
Yeah.
The answer is all of the above.
Absolutely.
And I would say of the $40 million per year he's going to get for 1, 2, or 3 seasons in Red Sox Nation, I would say Alex Cora convinced Breslow, Henry et al. To up the value and pay an extra $5, $8, $10 million per year just to finally give him someone to step into the locker room and go, hey, listen up, you primitive screwheads. This is the way it gets done around here. It's just a line from Army of Darkness. Don't worry about it. And maybe then he holds up his bat and says, this is my boomstick. But yeah, that's exactly why he's here. And to have Devers and now subsequently Mr. Scream when you walk in Tampa undercut the whole routine, get out of here.
So in one swift Monday, Rafi Devers, in my opinion, hurt his own ability to perform, because I do firmly believe he'd be a better hitter if he didn't fumble and bumble his way around third base and hurt his shoulders and hurt knees and various things throughout the course of a season and just came to the plate 4 times a game, focused on hitting exit velocities that make people go, wow. I think he'd be a better offensive player. So he hindered himself. He hindered Alex Bregman's ability to get his feet under him both on the field and in the clubhouse, because now Alex Bregman is probably stuck at second base because Pouty McPout has to play third. That's where his position is, despite the fact that
your new name? You used to call Brady Sulky McSulk, so now Devers is Pouty McPout.
This is different. He's below Sulky. Sulky McSulk at least was an elite, great player and competitor who I was taking a little pot shot at. This guy can't hold Tom Brady's jock, so he doesn't get to be Sulky McSulk. He's way beneath him. Alex Bregman. So he's got to play second base. Well, he's a Gold Glove third baseman, so I'm assuming he'd be more comfortable at third base. He'll probably be fine at second because he's a good defensive player. And we know he notoriously gets off to slow starts at the plate, and we now suspect it's going to be harder for him to establish himself as a clubhouse leader when the two guys at the hot corner are saying basically, shut the hell up and play where we tell you to play, ignore the manager, because Tristan Casas chimed in today on Rafi Devers' situation and where Rafi Devers should play. And let's just say even Jelani Tavai thinks this was dumb.
I think it's Rafi Devers' position. I think he's the third baseman, and at that point, that's where it stands. And he's done it for a really long time now, and I think he's only getting better at that position. I think his defense is getting better every single year. We don't know what the future holds, but we know it holds Rafi Devers. So I think he's got to play defense. It's going to keep him athletic, and he's going to hit because of him being at third base. He doesn't know any other position. He doesn't want to play any other position, and he's going to fight for it, even if it's with any of the younger guys, any new guy. I mean, I think he's the best third baseman in the league. I wouldn't take anybody over him. So I think he should play third base. Yeah, I think Bregman should play second base. Yeah, I think.
What? I think you should shut the hell up. Who made you the manager or the general manager? You don't have a say in this, Casas. All you are is an overrated hitter who was hurt all of last year and does weird things in the field with no shoes on. You should shut your hole and know your role.
And sits in the outfield and suns his perineum and does all this other weird stuff and tells awkward stories about his dad, screams when he walks. Sure, he's a great hitter, but Andy, honestly, unless this is, because I put nobody in the digital age of promos, works, influencers, etc. Unless this is a promo for the Netflix series, then this guy is out of his friggin' mind.
Or if he's just trolling, because he's that weird. He does things, I think, just to get a reaction. What was it Celtics Pacers? And he was like Pacers in 4, just to get a reaction.
I think it was the finals. It was the Mavericks series.
Whatever. He does and says things because he knows people will react, and he gets his rocks off with it. This could be that. This could also be him trying to defend his turf, because maybe he's like, wait a minute, they're not going to move him full-time to DH. They could try to move him to first. And wait a minute, I play first around here. I don't. It was just so dumb to say.